Hi guys, it's Jen from Cobb Cabin Crafts, and so Emma's talked me into something again. So Adam and I have two daughters and two sons, and our oldest, Emma, comes up with some of the craziest ideas for me to make soap. And she said, "Hey Mom, I have freeze-dried, freezer burnt really, rhubarb in my freezer. I want you to make soap out of it, or you could make soap out of it." And I was like, oh. Well, I mean, if you know anything about rhubarb, it's great when you use it fresh, but once you freeze it, it loses some of its luster. And she's had this in her freezer for years. So she brought it home, and I boiled it with some water at it because it was sad looking. It was a chunk of rhubarb. And I added some water and I boiled it, and then I ground it, immersion blended it, and strained it a couple times, and I had rhubarb juice, maybe. Froze it into ice cubes, some of it into ice cubes, and I just put together like half juice, half ice cubes, and I'm adding lye to that slowly because I don't know how it's going to react. So that's part of today's soap. The other soap part is she wanted it scented like rhubarb, and if you are in this industry at all, you know that rhubarb's not a scent that you really find an awful bunch. So I found one. It's literally called Rhubarb, and it's from the candle maker store. It is safe for use. Okay? So that's part of it. But also rhubarb is kind of bitter. So I'm going to cut that bitterness with Midwest Fragrances Sweet Strawberry. Strawberry rhubarb. Actually more rhubarb with a hint of strawberry. She kind of wanted strawberry vanilla, but it goes dark, and I didn't want it to go dark. It's a whole thing. Because I'm going to make it red. Just plain old red. One color red. I have some Angry Rose, and I have Mad Mica's True Red Blend. If you know, I love Mad Mica's True Red Blend, but it's a little bright for me, so I like to tone it into a maroon. So I'm going to hopefully add like 2 parts Angry Rose, 1 part True Red, and I'm going to add that right to my oils right away. There's no reason. It's a one color soap. There's no reason to add the colors separately or later. We may as well just add them in one go. And then just because I have it and it'll make it pretty, in theory, I have these to go on top. Pink flowers. What do pink flowers have to do with rhubarb or strawberry? Nothing. It's just that I think pink and that maroonish red would look really pretty. And I'm going to try to make it so that when I split the loaves, it splits this. So each bar is just going to have like half a flower, not a full flower, a portion of a flower. Just a little visual interest off to one side, and then I'll scoop that bite out of it, or scoop back that bite out of it like I always talk about. I did a little bit more of a water discount than normal because I don't want a ton of glycerin rivers in this one. But you also know, if you're in the soaping world, trying to control glycerin rivers is like trying to control the wind. I can discount some water, but if I'm going to get them, I'm going to get them. I have absolutely no idea. I haven't soaped with either one of these fragrances, so that's one of the reasons for a single color bar with something on top, because I don't have any idea how any of it's going to behave. It could be fantastic, or it could be a hot mess. With that words of encouragement, let's get making.